Hello and welcome to Hey Clarity. I'm your host, Lindsay, and today we are opening the Akashic Records on Quartz. This is Q week of the Alphabet Superset, and there will be more information about the Alphabet Superset in the description box below. The questions that we're going to be answering on the topic of quartz are: what is quartz? What were its first uses? What energy does it hold? What are some surprising properties of it that we might not know of? And how does it impact us? Why are we attracted to it or not attracted to it? And then finally, what's the most important message we need to know about quartz? So let's get into it. What is quartz? They're saying elements of stone, elements of stones. They're like Stone Age, embedded in the earth, elements of the earth. Anything else? What is quartz? They're calling it like a tone of stone. And they're saying that different stones, they're like stones, rocks, like they're calling them levels, tones, like the qualities of them have like a texture, and they're kind of saying they have a vibration, they have like a sound. So they're just showing they're saying like varieties of elements, and they're saying like of stones of the earth, and they're saying like stones and tones. There's something about stones and tones. They're like weight, how it breaks apart, like the quality of how it might break apart or not. But they're showing all the different like textures, and they're saying like the meaningful. Like they're saying that we've developed these like relationships with stones. They're saying like stones of ages. They're saying Stone Age, and they're saying stones of ages. We've developed these relationships with elements of the earth. And they're saying like our buildings, they're saying manufacturing, they're saying furniture, they're saying like glass, they're saying structures, like elements, metal structures, they're saying creativity, art. They're saying like embedded, like it's just so embedded, like these structures are so embedded in our, they're saying like humanitarian living, creation. They're saying creative effects. So they're kind of saying like it goes through these like different labels of like, form, function, structure, buildings, infrastructure, civilization, and also like, creative creation projects, art. So they're kind of like flashing through like all the different ways that we have these relationships to these stone elements, these elements. Anything else around what is quartz? They're just saying elements, stones. Okay. What was quartz first uses? What were its first uses? Quartz's first uses. They're saying like a specialty, like it had these like there was a special relationship to it because of the quality being so clear. And they're like seemingly, it's like they're showing a person like marveling at like this piece. There was like the more and more that they like buffed and worked and reworked and shined and glossed and did all these things to this stone, the more like beautiful it was. And so this element was both like, they're saying like strong held and also like They're saying strong held, but they're saying like not fragile like glass, but they're like it could be. So they're just showing like all the different ways that it went through this like process of being, they're like hard rock to like clear, like luxury special item, specialty item. They're saying like fine jewelry, like gears and pieces, like the insides of pieces, the outsides of pieces. Like it just kept getting from like hard rock to like delicate jewelry, delicate. They're like watches, like how delicate it could be. It has this ability to go from like something really hard and strong to being this like seemingly fragile, delicate piece. They're saying pieces. So its first uses, they're saying like specialty pieces. Because of like this clear element, this like crystal clear. They're saying like see through, like I can see through, like the element of it, this clarity. Kind of like they're saying purification, this purity. And they're just saying like many uses and like major uses. Major uses, they're saying. The majority of uses are around clear, clear uses, needing clarity, needing to see something clearly transparent. Now they're showing like edges, like reflected light, like, but they're just saying it's like clear, like to its core, clarity. What energy does quartz hold? What energy does quartz hold? They're saying purification. They're just saying innocence, like innocence and purity. But like innocence, purification of just like, they're saying like nothing to hide, right? There's when something is that clear, like the physicality of it being that clear, like there's nothing hidden, there's nothing to hide. So there's this purity and this innocence of it. And they're like clarity, truth, clear clarity, truth, like the element, the properties of it is like the energy that it holds is it's the energy that it holds is like the element. And they're kind of saying like as it is, it's obvious. It's like they're kind of saying like book by its cover. It's like it is what it is, like it's exactly as it is, like what you see, the physical material, what you see of it is the energy that it holds, because they're saying it's pure, like this purification. So innocence, purification, truth seeing, truth seeking. They're just saying clear sight, like kind of like clear sight forward, see through. What are some surprising properties of it that we might not know of? They said blast. Like they just showed like a sheet of quartz, like blast, like shattering, but it has this like outside kind of power to it. Explain that a little bit more. What are some surprising properties of it that we might not know of? Quartz. Weaponized? I don't know anything about how weapons are made. But they're saying that like it might be used in weaponry. I'm sure. I mean, that makes sense if it's used in lots of different, they're saying like engineering. It's used in so many things. They're saying like purposes. There are some surprising properties of it that we might not know of. They're saying blast full. Almost as if like, if a lot of little pieces of it shattered, like super sharp and clear, like clean cut, they're saying like clean cut. It's used for things like clean cut, like different types of machinery, but they're also showing like medical supplies, like medical devices. They're showing devices, like it's used in all these things to be clean cut and clear cut. and that maybe we would be surprised that it's used. I don't know. Oh, I guess they're saying like, considering that it holds these elements of this purification and this innocence, they're saying like, you might be surprised that something that holds the energy of something so like pure and innocent and peaceful, they're saying humanized, weaponized, like might be used in things that cause like pain and suffering. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. And they're saying oddly, like oddly. It's like they're saying like clear-sighted. It's this kind of like it's a challenge to have that perspective that something that is so innocent and pure is utilized and weaponized and humanized to be weaponized as these kind of like they're kind of saying like shrapnel type thing, like, yeah. um that's just a little, I guess, what are they saying about that? That it just feels really weird. Like it feels like, why? Like, why would you use that for something harmful, like to inflict pain and suffering? It's really out of place for something of that element, is what they're saying. It's really out of place for it to be used for those means, for those purposes. They're saying it's like not for those purposes, but it can be used for those purposes. And it's just it feels very strange. So how does quartz impact us? Like, why are we attracted to it or not attracted to it? How does quartz impact us? They're saying purposeful. Overcome. Like overcome. It impacts us like overcoming kind of like foggy, dirty, they're showing like when things are not clear, that's how it impacts us. Like they're saying literally, mentally, emotionally, physically. Like when we connect with it, when we connect with the properties of it, we are impacted by it. They're kind of saying like on more of like a subconscious level, like it's not necessarily in our awareness unless you're like meant to be aware of it. Like unless, like they're saying someone who maybe works with crystals is like very, attuned and knowledgeable about connecting with it. But they're also saying that like someone who may not be connected at all, again, like whether or not they know, like on a subconscious level, when they're in contact with it, touching it, looking at it, etc., it has this like clarifying effect on them. They're kind of saying like, no matter what. And so why are we attracted to it or not attracted to it? Why are we attracted to it? They're saying like we always need clearing. Like we always need to be cleared. We always need, we're always kind of like detoxifying our environment, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And so they're saying like it's kind of always in need. So it's always helpful. So we may always be attracted to it. Is there anything about not being attracted to it? They just said no, period. Like they're saying it's very rare if you're like not attracted to it. Like if we're not attracted to something that's like clear. Like we like clear things. We like clarity and things being, visible. They're saying visual, visible. And they're saying like it's like a window to the world, like looking through crystal. Like even though it's like there's something about in between your eyes and the thing, if you put something that's clear and crystal, like it just adds this element of clarity. Even if you can see perfectly clearly without it there, it does something. It does something. They're saying it's like it's a powerful element. They're saying it does its job. It does its job of creating, clear cut, clean cut clarity, innocence, purification. So they're kind of saying like it's rare that people wouldn't be attracted to it. They're like bizarre. Like that's not, like that would be a very strange thing to not be attracted to it. What's the most important message we need to know about quartz? What's the most? They're saying it's playful. Anything else? There's a playfulness to it, right? In the innocence and the clarity, there's playfulness. They're saying like youthful, clear. They're kind of saying like, have it around, have it around, have a nice big piece of it around and look through it and see through it. They're saying like, give yourself that clear-sightedness, like give yourself that ability to see through, to experience a perspective of innocence and purity and purification. So they're saying like it's most valuable right now for us as far as being clear-sighted. So they're saying like current events, there's like a lot of fogginess and confusion, and they're showing like kind of like someone's mind being really like twisted up. And so they're saying that we all could benefit from having quartz in our lives, whether it's in, structures in our home, it's in like, furniture, appliances, things in our home, jewelry, or just having a physical crystal. They're saying that we are craving clear-mindedness. We are craving this kind of like purification and detoxing of the stuff that's making us confused and feeling really like muddled. And they're saying meddled with. Like the external stuff, we're really kind of like bringing it in like through our eyes. And so like they're showing someone looking at a TV or looking at a computer or looking at their phone and taking a little bit of a break and just like having a piece of crystal and just like looking through it. And they're like holding it, looking through it. And they're kind of showing someone kind of like waving it around their body, like, ooh, like almost like cleansing things, like the whole aura. They're saying the whole aura. So whether you work with crystals or not, there's an invitation to get some quartz crystal. So maybe that's why this one got chosen. It's something that we need as a collective. It makes a lot of sense. Okay, any other last most important messages? They're saying playfulness. They're like, they want you to think of quartz as like, yeah, these like, they're saying stone ages, like over the stones of ages. And they want you to remember they're saying like the main, like they're saying defines it. It's like innocence, playfulness, clarity, clear-minded, clear-sighted. Okay. So that was the Akashic Records on quartz. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.